trivial fact that we are getting into the world of online medium, while we still watch that physical presence, teaching students one to one is more impactful. But we also see there is a lot of transition courses offered. Somewhere education industry is going towards the online medium of learning and teaching methods. And what is the scope for us as teachers when we go to the online medium, and how we can still look up to attracting students towards our knowledge sharing sessions is a challenge. Today, when we look up to how world is evolving, how foreign countries are educating students, how classroom teaching is replacing online education, and what is the traction, what is the impact which is being created. So there have been several studies which I want to talk to you today. In a brief 1 hour session, I want to show you certain tools, online tools which are helping gain attention in the students. So I'm not specifying to a specific set of students or anything, but I'm talking specific to online tools which are helping the learning process, which are making the online medium easier. So these are all very simple tools which I want to demonstrate. I request your participation here. I'm little hesitant and also nervous here because I can see eminent professors, stalwarts in education field, who are more experienced than me and have achieved better in the education fraternity. But it gained a lot of interest for me when I was researching about the topic. Um, how online medium, what is the impact of online. So my presentation will be covering on the aspect of uh, the diversification in the methods in the process and everything. So in case you have any doubts and clarity, please stop me in between any time. I can be ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಟಿವ್. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲೂ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ನಾನು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲೂ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ನನ್ನ ಕೇಳಿ. ಆ, ಇದು ಒಂಥರ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್. ನಾವು ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟೀಸ್ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಇದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳಿ ಅಂತ, ಬಟ್ ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಏನೂ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. But I'd be more than happy to help, because in the process I am also learning. While I'm talking to you, I am also I want to share my knowledge. Also listen to your experiences. If there is any new technology which you have come across, please share it here. Let us look up to advancing our skill set together. Having said all these aspects, Mysore University is also has taken the initiative to provide us a platform on online medium of education. So this is always debatable. When we also talk in our campus here, what is the impact? We are doing online seminars, online classes. A lot of courses are now developed and delivered online. What is the impact? Are we really doing justice in delivering the courses? Yes, there is always uh, a big giant which is standing right behind us. COVID has created a lot of impact on our education system. So if we look up to how transformation has happened, it has not happened over many years. It has just happened in last 2 3 years. So 2020 is the landmark event which has created opened up doors for a lot of online medium of learning teaching process. Within this 3 4 years, transition from uh, typical classroom learning towards online has been phenomenally big, phenomenally huge. If we have to look up to some statistics, I will show you some statistics on how the online education is being given more importance these days. Just please confirm it to me if you can see my screen here. Is my slides visible to you all, please?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Perfect.
sir.
Thank you.
Visual, sir.
So my first important information which I want to tell you and you are all aware of is the online medium of education is prevailing at 50% rate, and 50% of the universities and newer education systems are all talking about online medium of education. Now we are talking about tall buildings, we're talking about physical layout of infrastructure being created, and the other side, there is a structure of online learning which is being going parallelly. And it is not new, and it is not astonishing then where we say that the online education is going to transform the way we look up to giving education to students. If you look up to how MOOCs learning process is coming into NPTEL courses which are offered, IIMs, IITs offering their courses online. So looking up to all these impact, how are students taking it? What is the perseverance? What is the impact which is happening on students? Are they really taking it in a good positive spirit? Is there some impact which is happening? Are we doing justice in delivering online feedback? See, while I am talking to you also, I feel like I'm talking to a screen. I'm not addressing you all in a physical format, physical layout. But somewhere we have to get accustomed to this means of teaching learning processing going forward, because this is the new normal. This is going to be the future. Online education, online delivery methods are going to take a front seat from now on. There are many tools which have been created, many opportunities which have been given. Now, if you look up to digital libraries, digital repositories, lot of teaching sessions are recorded live. Students have access to many of these resources, and learning is become easier. So, you all agree with me when I say students don't go to physical libraries nowadays. They don't even know where the libraries are present, which corner library lies. If you ask me, only 1% or 2% of our students know where the library is, because abundance of resources are on their mobile phones, on their laptops. So we did a small survey to find out how many students have access to laptops at their houses. So result was shocking. We talk about students coming from all classes of people, students coming from various locations. 92% of our engineering graduates are holding laptops. So 92% of them are carrying laptops to their colleges, to their classrooms. So the access to these hardware devices are increasing. And obviously 100% of our students have access to smartphones. Now with the medium of hardwares they are holding, information is also at their backend. How many students are now accessing information in their handheld devices? So we decided that we have to give them access to Wi-Fi. If we give access to Wi-Fi, they have access to digital libraries, and digital libraries are giving lot of importance to teaching material also. But are they replacing teachers? How can teachers be now looking up to organizing themselves in teaching online? It is a quite challenging scenario. I would not vouch for online teaching 100%. But when we talk about online teaching, we also see that the rising demand in students accessing online materials are increasing. These students are now comfortably looking up to going back, referring to materials, and taking inputs from their doubts clarification session. 65% of secondary institutes and colleges are offering online courses. Now there has been a trend where there are newer courses, 3 months, 6 months courses which have been offered through distance education and being certified. So Coursera or Udemy or NPTEL courses are gaining lot of attention. In fact, many of our colleges have, even in your universities or colleges, you might be seeing the rising demand in students wanting to learn newer courses other than what they are interested in, what they are enrolled for. So distant education mode of certification is the new normal. A lot of these value addition courses are being implemented. So we can't stop students from adding on degrees, adding on these courses to certificates to their resume. It is helping them in a lot of interviews, and they're being valued. Now, how can we justify and value these certificates? Are they taking these courses genuinely, or are they faking the certifications, or are they interested in just adding the course certifications but not giving full 100% attention towards it? So how can we bridge the gap and make these teachings, learning more interesting for them? Elementary schools are now started using a lot of our teaching materials. So teacher is just being a small facilitator and helping students to learn online. So online medium is now a big thing. So if you look up to some statistics, IMB has tied up with edX platform to give a lot of advanced materials to our students. So 90% of physical classrooms are now deteriorated to 75% of the schools in US are using online medium LMS, learning management systems, to educate students. So, looking up to the diversity of online education, it is really alarming. Are we going to uh, phase where we will not be able to handle physical classrooms? But online teaching can also be fun. So, online teaching and learning methods can be looked up to positively, enhancing the students' productivity. But I'm going to talk about how we can do it better. So there are big tech companies which are investing big time in technical education. So there are a lot abundance of information. So very recently there was an article which said there is a platform called Superset which is offering 1 lakh courses online at a very minimal cost of 150 rupees to 200 rupees. So this is revolutionizing. So at 150 rupees, 200 rupees, anybody can afford 1 lakh courses. They can take the courses online. They can add on degrees. They can add on research equalities. So lot of things can be done online now. The materials can be developed online. The exams are conducted online. Yes, there are a lot of development happening. So side we have another side of negative impacts also which are coming up. Giant Khan Academy revenue is 100 times more from 2012 to whatever they are providing. So the advantage side of online learning, while I say there's abundance of information, we can create our own course, we can generate interest, so a lot of this, but there is also potential threats which we can see look up to the online medium of education. So day in and day out, when I look up to how tests are being cheated, many of the companies are now investing a lot of their available time in giving online tests. Say our campus recruitment today, 99% of the companies are online. They don't come here to recruit our students. Those days are gone. Now companies rely only on online tools and say that, see, this is the material, this is the test. It's like an open book exam. So even softwares have become so intelligent, their proctoring systems have become so intelligent. They are looking up to identifying faults, identifying many of these cheat codes these students are spending. So many of the softwares are now devised in such a way to identify whether there is a genuine student who's taking the test, a genuine student interest. So AI is actually making a lot of changes. In fact, very recently, I was talking to our students who have developed a course, who have developed a software where we can create anything and everything. Chat GPT, we are talking about Chat GPT, co-pilots, which are really hands-on. They are giving us a lot of information in matter of seconds. In fact, I wanted to prepare a potential presentation, and there was an AI tool which said I can generate a presentation for you in 5 seconds. So we really don't have to use a lot of our brains, a lot of our interest in creating, choosing the color, choosing the pattern of presentations. Everything is available abundantly. It can, in 5 seconds, if I can generate and present it, what is the greatness about we both talking, sitting here, creating presentations, spending time in convincing students. So now, if you look up to when I go to our class and talk science, this is how you have to write, this is ethics, this is how you have to use English. Students will laugh at us. They'll say, sir, where are you talking? I can generate any report, I can generate any code, I can do anything in matter of few minutes. So just assignments are now submitted online. So our students have become so smart in using AI tools. They'll just say, "Sir, this is my own findings. This is my own research. This is my own project strategy which I have come up to." But they have 99% of them have used AI tools. AI tools have given us a lot of this information, abundant information at ease. But where are we looking up to the ethical model of presenting, ethical model of teaching, how we can make this interesting? So many of the students have started using the backend data, started using the AI tools for creating any of the assignments. But where is the creativity now? Where is the process of looking up to using their real-time effort? So they are literally that the aspect of effort has gone. So the students have looked up to using. But otherwise, when companies know that the students are using these tools, they have also become smarter. So they are also using some tools which say this is the plagiarized data. This data is taken from this source. There are many companies which are coming back and saying, no, this data is false. This is already present. So they have not put in any effort. Now, the importance is given to something which is being created on their own, created out of their interest. So there is a possible negative impact which is also being looked up to while creating information. So there is always a debatable instance. So what now? There is a side which we are seeing that online medium of education is taking the front seat. There is also a huge number of data which says people are cheating in online medium. The attentiveness is gone. So the attentiveness of 15 minutes has now shrunk to for 5 seconds. So if within 5 seconds, if we don't make a point, the other participant or the audience will lose interest in online medium. So there is another big giant which is standing in front of us on screen attention disorder. So students are now coming and complaining that they can't sit in front of screen for doing assignments, or complaining that they're getting stressed looking up to the screen time. Screen time stress is a new syndrome which has started. So these are some of the negatives. Why we are talking about online medium, there's also something negative which is existing, which is us. But we have to come out of all these things. While we are taking class also, in a physical class, we will feel that the student is listening to us because we see him physically. But in the background, he will be completely shut down. He'll be thinking something else outside, but only his body presence can be seen. So in online medium, it is still easier to mask their identity. They can just switch off their camera and do a lot of their own household works. So now, how can we create this experience? How can we justify using AI or using the tools which have been created online? How can we justify that whatever we are delivering is making sense, is going to their knowledge bank? So this is what I'm going to talk to you today and show you some real-time tools which we can use as teachers, which are very user-friendly and which are actually accessed throughout the globe. And few might be already aware of using these tools and getting the attention of the students at large. So there are a lot of platforms which are now come up and said this is a specific platform for teachers, this is a specific platform for using a right set of mathematical tools, this is a platform for using the right set of management tool. Now Google is also implementing a lot of these uh, tracking devices and saying that Google Classroom can be used to replace physical classroom. So we have used this Google Classroom, let it be multimeter.com. So we have already used some of these tools which are easily accessible during our COVID days to get things done. But now it is getting real time. It is the evident of collecting data of genuinity is being taken place. So very recently, I was debating with because I work at an engineering college, I have access to a lot of these computer science engineers. I was debating and asked, how can you say the real genuine student has done this project or has completed this assignment? How can we track um, whether the student is really interested in listening to us? So he gave us a real-time insight of how data is captured in this dynamic world, how data, AI camera and AI microphone is capturing a lot of information and giving out a true outcome in saying that these many students have really put in effort, these many students have not put in effort, this is the data they have collected from other sources. A simple eyeball movement of a student shows whether he is really glued up to the screen which in front of him, or is he masking something behind the screen. So keeping a track on the aspect of looking at the camera to looking up to a phone behind, so they now a lot of information is being collected. uh, if we look up to the engagement model, how can we engage the student now? See, while I am talking to you, I don't know whether you have access to computer, you have access to phone, you have access to other means. Now it is very simplified. I can teach over mobile phone. If a student has mobile phone, it is enough for me to teach lot of subjects, use lot of tools. So it has become very handheld. Teaching has become handheld. So those days are gone when we used to rely on only computers for teaching, but now we can also teach with a mobile phone in hand. Access to information or teaching or assignments is there. There are several tools. Um, there are several tools now which we looked up to giving assignments at our campus. We are actually giving assignments and projects for many of our students. Or online medium of tools. We are not going and the emphasis of teaching physically is little less, but now we are going online because the genuinity to capture whether the student has put in effort is more vital in an online medium than a physical medium. So there are specific tools when we can just scan the project and see how much of plagiarism a student has done. So we are now relying on asking students to send soft copy of project presentations, then the hard copy itself. Because if they're sending soft copy, we can easily scan through and look up to what are the various uh, methods, and he has collected the data with the genuinity of data. How frequently he has visited a site.
ಸರ್
So
ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇದೆ.
now, madam. ಮೇಡಮ್ ಇವಾಗ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಇವಾಗ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ಸ್ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಇವಾಗ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ?
ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಸರ್.
ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ಸ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ?
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್.
ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೋ ಮಚ್. So the mode of teaching has now gone to mode of giving projects to students. Project presentations, assignments are now easily taken online. Many of us are getting used to giving assignments now through Google Classroom, and it is free of cost. We don't have to invest anything. So majority of the softwares which I'm going to show you now are just on an engagement model, are on a freeware, so they're not charging us a lot of money. So though even they charge money, it is in hundreds, not in thousands. It is helping us to generate interest in students in a lot of learning modules. So students are using it as reference material. So this slide is always available over cloud now. Uh, I want to show you one software.
ಅವಸರ
Can you see my screen, please? Yes. Can you see my screen?
yes sir.
Okay, thanks. So this software, Pop AI. Can you see this software? I request you to please respond if you are seeing this.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
perfect. So I want to just demonstrate and show you how easy it is for you to create a presentation, how AI is transforming the thing. So Pop AI, this is a software. Say, let's say I want to create a presentation on human resource management. So I just gave them the prompt, and these are all freewares. So it is very easy for us to uh, generate data, get information. So now it is creating a presentation for me easily on how I have to talk, what are the areas. So, and it's also giving me the source, so I don't miss on any of that information. So these are all AI tools which are helping us big time in creating presentation. So now while I am presenting, I am demonstrating it to you on various tools where you can generate interest. So it is easy, accessible for you to look up to generate a presentation. Now I said, okay, so these are the sources which they are talking about. You can generate a real-time presentation also over this. You can copy paste and use it as a slide. Or if you have a premium version over this, they charge around 200 rupees per month, but that will create a real-time. So like this presentation can be created easily with this software. I don't have to spend too much time in choosing the color or anything. But this is not a presentation created with Pod AI, but this is the presentation which I have done. But it can easily be taken into consideration. Any kind of topic you give, that is going to give you a similar experience of presentation, right? Um, Now, when it comes to interaction, so it has become very monotonous. Just me talking and showing you slides. This is monotonous. This is the way presentation happens. But how can I make it more interactive? How can I ask students to be more attentive? How can I pull in their attention? So there are certain other tools which I want to take you through. I can demonstrate 3 to 4 tools today, which can easily be looked up to our internet. Anybody can access it, and easily look up to taking the ideas from it. More importantly, gamification is the new strategy which is actually gaining attention of the students. While I'm teaching, I have certain presentations, I have certain slides which I've presented, but this slide will not gain the attention for a longer time. So the student will lose interest rather than making it a very monotonous, boring presentation. I will use certain tools and certain softwares uh, to gain the attention, and also I will get to know in reality how many people are attending this, how many people are looking up to taking interest out of my subject. So in the advanced level, companies are investing thousands of rupees in training their employees also, because work from home has become a very common remote work. At least 60% of our software engineers are working. So how can they look up to training these employees when they are at home, and what is the feedback which they are collecting on the effectiveness is what is very very important. Now if we look up to how our teachers can use it, software companies are using far more advanced softwares, but for educational institutions, for teachers, we will not have access to get into those training platforms. But there are simple platforms which helps us gain the attention of the students, engage them. So engage is a challenge. Engaging them in class itself is a challenge, because there's a huge population of 60 to 70 students in a class. We will not be able justifying to reach out to all the 60 students. We know that in reality, but somehow we see to that in the majority of them are impacted. They will ask questions, some of them will not ask questions. We have challenge in physical mode also. The challenge, the impact is higher when we look up to online medium. The activities which students are supposed to do will not be 100%. The attention span of students will be only 10%. So how can I gain attention? How can I make this presentation uh, to be impactful is a challenge. So I'm going to demonstrate certain tools here. The first, easiest, simplest way, simplest tool which I want to show you here is Mentimeter. We can do a small exercise here. If I can present my screen. Okay. Are you all looking at to my screen, please?
Yes, sir.
Okay, excellent.
Yes, sir.
So this is another software, mentimeter.com, which helps us in creating some quizzes in between presentations. I can create a small quiz for us, and all it requires is just an handheld device, mobile phone, or a computer. So course expectation survey, say there's already a template which is there, so I will take this as an example, or we can create anything of our own. So I will take this. I request all of you to either use this code, just log into mentimeter.com in your mobile phones or scan your mobile phones through this code, or from your computer you can just log into this code here, please. 52614182 is the code, or you can scan this code here. If you scan the code or go, you'll have to click the thumbs up button there, please. Are you with me? Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. I can see.
I
Okay, you logged in, right? Now I'm going to present this. There are two people who have logged in. Let's see what do you expect from this course, right? I can see this. All right, there are three people who logged in. Okay. So what is your expectation from this course? So if you see your device, your screen, there's a survey which has come up. I request you to please answer the survey. And submit it. So one person has submitted. Two people have submitted. Four people have submitted. So if you look up to how the answers are changing, so majority of them are saying they want to learn something new. Expectation from the couch. Great, great. Okay, so maximum of us here who answered have said, I want to learn something new. So I'm Going through the next question. What do you already know about this subject? So this can be like, do we know already about this software? So one of the respondent has said it's a new subject. Nothing, no, it's new.
ಇಂತಹ ಮೂರ್ಖತನದ ಹೇಳಿಕೆಗಳು ಬಂತು.
Innovative, new, amazing, amazing. So likewise, I will go to the next question. Why did you decide to take the course? Very nice, very nice. So this is the end of the presentations. So this was just an example. We can create a lot of presentation here. This was like, we can do multiple choice. I want you to tell me any of a general subject or quiz we can uh, give it to students. This was just an example, which the template was already ready. See, let us create a new subject, and I'll show you how. Navigate this presentation to our student. Any quiz we can create. I'll show you how easy it is. See, okay. This is how we generate another new question. If you can see, I will ask a question here. What is the importance of online education? And you can create an answer. Very important, not important, it's futuristic. So I'm just creating a question and an answer, and I'm publishing it. There's a question which is already popped up. So you can answer. So I have responses coming in. Two of them have said it's very important. Fantastic, fantastic. So this is a very easy platform, very easy tool. So all you have to do is mentimeter.com. This is the link for the website, mentimeter.com. Anybody can log in. You can create a quiz. You can create a poll. Uh, say I'll go to this. So we can make our presentations more appealing if we present students with this kind of quizzes in between our online teaching and learning. So this is the result. This is how the outcome comes. How many people have really told us what is the outcome. So this way, using quiz in our teaching Mentimeter always helps us. We can also create a fun way. It cannot be only teaching and otherwise. In between our teaching sessions, we can always break it and say, let's see how many of us uh, can take this data. So this is another quiz which is already there, which I created just now. I want to present. Let's see if we can take this quiz. Or you can log in. One candidate, two of them have logged in. Two have logged in. I can see two have logged in. Excellent. So, which one would you choose? Unlimited money or unlimited time? I have three people who are actively answering, four of them. Four have them logged in. Three have said unlimited time, and one of them have said unlimited money. So, this is another question. How well do we know Mysore? Name the top IT companies in Mysore. Everybody knows it is Infosys. And this one is an important uh, takeaway. AI can take away physical teaching. So you have to rank this question. I'm just showing you different ways in which we can uh, take information from the students. A lot of impact which we can create here. How uh, physically we can use this platform. AI can take away physical teaching. So, what is your opinion? 100% it will take away physical teaching, 80% it will take away, 50% it will take away. It only impacts 10%. Give your four choices. Rank in the order. So, it is really challenging. So, most of us feel that AI is impacting the way in which we're teaching, looking up to the trends, right? Um, Other question: which one will you choose? Travel to future, travel back. So this is just a fun quiz, which is kind of an icebreaker in between the presentations, and we all love to go back. Old days was better. Pre-corona probably was the golden time, but looking up to how things have really changed around us, how fast things are changing. AI is now lot of impact on everyone, on students, on teaching. The pressure which is created on students, we all can see day in and day out. And I am sure you all will also agree with me. The attitude of students towards technology is changing. They're more relying on technology than on books. They are going one step ahead and reaching out to other means of information to get their knowledge enhanced. So a lot of ways which is helping. These tools have really made our life easier in the aspect of presentation. So this is Mentimeter. Hope you enjoyed. I want to show you um, another software which I'm consistently using. So this is Mentimeter, which is helping us in giving a lot of resources. And the second software is Edpuzzle. So please make a note of this thing. I want to show you a demonstration of Edpuzzle here. So this is another software which can actually be used in between the video sessions, in between our teaching, and it can automatically form a quiz. So it will form a question. So there are a lot of topics which we can take at any of the subject matters, general education, computer science, economics, maths. So there is list of subject which can take, because we are in uh, talking about engineering and AI and everything. Let us take engineering and technology. I'll just show you how easy it is for us to give quizzes in between our classes. So I'll take a simple topic here. Okay, this is kind of my. So this is a simple video, but in between a video, we can actually pose questions. We can ask them about how the class sessions are going on. So they will answer. This is um, the questions can be formulated. Okay, so we have a relative subject. I want to take this, please. This is how the platform works. And this is just a 3 minutes video. Let us see how it is helping us. Can you all listen to the video? Is the audio helping?
No, sir.
Yes, right?
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
No audio, sir.
Is it audible?
No, sir.
Audio is not audible, sir.
Audio is not coming properly. Okay. So in between the presentation, there's a question which is popping up here. What is the percentage of students who are talking about AI intelligence on an assignment? So this video is generating some questions already. So students will have to answer onto the question here. At the end of this video, they are going to talk about what is the impact of the student learning here. So they have multiple subjects, but we can also create our video and upload it here and ask some questions in between. And their students will get an access to answer those questions. So this medium of asking question, is, yeah. Is it audible?
No, sir.
No. Okay. So this video tool, this website edpuzzle.com is a video tool which can integrate questions in between the video sessions. So you can ask any of the question. You can create your video, assign it to whichever student you want to access, and also post question. So you will get in the background their impact of answers which they are creating, and this also shows what are the different. So you can integrate a set of videos which are already present here in their repository, or create your own videos and upload it. So I'm just taking an example of the video which is already there in their repository. So it helps us take it. And all these are freewares. So nothing is paid version of it. These are all they are made for teachers. So Edpuzzle has many modules. So predominantly this is for higher education, higher secondary students, which we have to select what is the subjects of our interest, what is the graduate level. So higher education, if we give higher education, there is a certain set of courses which are already being developed, and we also can create our content here. So it can easily be taken. So this is the second software which I was talking to you about. All right. Um, my third platform which I want to show you is Nearpod. This is also an excellent platform which we can look up to. This is also helping us big time in meeting the students' expectation. I will just demonstrate you to this platform here. Share my entire screen. Okay, can you see this screen here, Nearpod screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. So this is also like a video tutoring session. Again, I'm just taking what these are all many subjects again similar to the previous platform. So I'm just taking a subject from here, technology, and I can post this. So I can create my own lesson, or I can look up to uploading my presentations here, uploading and presentations and creating questions, so that my entire presentations will not only be presentations from slide, but it also be supplementing with videos, and also we can post questions towards the end of the presentation. I'm going too much on AI. Uh, Please excuse me. I'm not watching AI, or I'm not. Uh, talking against AI here. Can you all see the screen here? Audio, can you hear the video?
No, sir.
No. Okay. I think there I'll have to log in. Oh, I have to share this lesson to you for you to access. But there is a similar platform where you can integrate your teaching along with some videos which you can take it from their repository or create a video and publish it to the students. So Nearpod is again a very simple tool where we can use a lot of information from and create our own lecture series. And the last platform which I want to talk to you about is Gapminder. I'm going to demonstrate Gapminder here. It's a very easy tool. So this Gapminder is whatever I've told all this time was towards creating our content, creating our own subject specific to our interest. But Gapminder is kind of teaser where we can play it in between the class, or we can play it in before the class. So Gapminder talks about more general informations which we can use it as a pathfinder, or we can use it in between our sessions to energize our students. So this can just bring them back, bring their attention back. Most of this content I take from Gapminder and look up to giving it as a quiz. Simply, if we can use this platform, I would choose some trivial questions which we did not. Okay, so this is just like a teaser activity which can be helping our students to uh, come out of their mundane work habits, so they can talk about some impactful presentations here. But many of times these are all simple, very simple platforms which are giving us a lot of information. So if we can pose our teaching in the form of projects, presentations, quizzes, they're going to help us big time in our presentation area. So these two platforms, Nearpod and Edpuzzle, which you are seeing, helps us to create our own video content. So there are other softwares which I don't want to spend time more on here, to help us in streamlining our presentations, video presentations, how we can pose it, how in between if we have to use some questions, questionnaire pattern, or use gamified way of asking questions to come in. So it is very easy for us to create this. So we don't need to be a software engineer or tech savvy to access these modules. It is very easy for us to look up to utilizing these platforms in generating interest. Um, so this is what with I wanted to show you. And some of the modules I can also text you about these websites in the link. So you can, there are many, there are thousands actually, but for us as regular teachers, we can utilize this, which is also a freeware. It is not a paid version. um, we can easily look up to using this in our regular classroom teaching. This has helped us in attracting a lot of students towards our learning modules. Likewise, there are many freewares like Google Classroom has given us a lot of impact. It is a freeware, but somewhere Google Classroom does not allow us to use a lot of these graphic medias of asking questions or creating a quiz, or bringing in the aspect of fun elements. So it is more towards giving them as exams or taking the responses like that. But in between the presentations, we can use all these medium to gain the attention of a student, to understand whether these students have really got impacted by the presentation or so. This is a small, brief presentation which I wanted to give it to you, so we can explore a lot of other revenues, lot of software tools, and all. I can always send you some resource materials to the Mysore University medium on teaching learning process. Um, so this is simple. So we can use this even on our mobile phones, handheld devices. We don't need uh, laptops or big desktop systems to create it. We can use our resources through our phone, create quizzes in our phone. We can share it without anybody logging in, without anybody giving their credit cards or anything of that information. So simple ways in which we can gain attention of the online medium is what I wanted to show to you. So this ends my presentation.